I have a very small weird gift for you because I was watching some of your interviews just to kind of get into the rhythm of our interview today, and you were talking about how you used to have something but you can't have them anymore because your mum said that you're too old.
What?
And they were literally in front of me in the pharmacist.
I know what this is.
You know what this is?
Is this the gummy bear vitamins? Yes. Oh my God.
And you're a very busy man. You're running around.
I'm going to have one of these right now.
I couldn't get any like bear-shaped ones.
3+ years. I'm not going to open it out. It's tinfoil, but I'm going to...
But you're going to keep it for later. They are little fruit-shaped.
Little treats.
And you really took me back in time when you talked about them.
They're so delicious. They're so delicious. Yeah. Thank you for that. That's very kind.
Please make that your rider.
Yes. Gummy bear vitamins.
Private gym, a gold suit, brown M&Ms, gummy vitamins.
In that order. Yeah.
You've just done a whole amazing day, and then you come home and feel tired and down, and feels like your bones don't work. They're just tired, and everything is tired. Like you're sinking. I don't know. It's weird.
Can I just say, you do seem to, and stop me if I'm wrong, do you have a conversation with your agent saying, if it isn't going to make the audience cry, I just don't think it's for me.
It's not for me. It's for someone else. I don't think that's it's a conversation that I am aware that probably exists from people who see my work, but it's just something that I'm probably drawn to.
Stop doing that.
Doing what?
Offering to pay for something when I know you don't have the money.
Look, I can't tell you how many times I slapped my thighs during Aftersun. I mean, it was a rollicking good time.
It's a laugh a minute, right?
Yeah, just the wistful staring into space.
Yeah, that gets the laughs going, nice and early.
The mournful dancing that means so much more than what you're just seeing.
Yeah. See, that's my favourite kind of slapping of the thigh laugh, when you know that there's going to be a big cry coming. That's my niche comedy section that I'm hoping to expand at some point and not have a laugh followed by an audience crying, but we'll see.
We're here to have a good time, eh?
All of Us Strangers ends in a certain way. I'm not going to say what the ending is.
Yeah.
But I noticed there were sort of little pockets of different people.
This your mum and dad?
Unable to keep it in any longer.
Yeah. They died just before I was 12. I'm trying to write about them at the moment.
And then suddenly it all sets everyone off.
Yeah.
Have you watched the movie in a cinema with others yet?
Yes. Myself and Andrew saw it actually.
This is Andrew Haig.
Scott. We saw it together for a BAFTA screening, full house. But yeah, that was kind of a special moment, and then to have to try and talk and sound smart about the film afterwards is a difficult
As you can see,
thing.
wet faces.
Yeah.
In
but
the
it's
room.
also kind of amazing. I mean, it's like what... I know it might sound kind of evil, but if I'm predisposed to wanting to make films or art like this, I want people to
really feel it.
Feel it the way that I feel it when I read it or when I do it. And that doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't land in that way that you can feel something and while you're making it, but it doesn't necessarily land with an audience, whereas this has, and it's the best feeling in the world. Yeah.
Such joy in your face.
Yeah.
And it's interesting they cast you as a stand-up comedian with the giant big clown shoes and the squirty flower.
I mean, that's the kind of bit that I'm trying to hide from audiences. That's the big surprise. That's the big reveal that everybody keeps talking about is in the final act, I arrive and I do a bit. Yeah, I do a bit. And brings the house down.
Absolutely. It's when you slip on that fifth banana skin.
Yeah. They say it's rule of threes, but it's actually rule of fives. Yeah, that's what I've learned.
If a bad joke's worth telling, tell it 5 times.
Exactly.
Like I'm doing right now.
All right. No, yeah. Just haven't done.
Including this film, but across your whole career, are there particular scenes that you look back on and you think, I was incredibly anxious about getting that in the can? What are the ones that stand out to you?
The therapy scene in Normal People was a tough one. Yeah.
Okay.
How many takes for that?
Why don't we talk about how you're feeling?
I think we shot the wide first.
Yeah, not great.
Which was a mistake because I lost it in the wide shot. Camera started pushing in and I was like, it's gone. It's disappeared. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm a terrible actor and that's it. That's my big break and I've blown it in the wide.
I left carically thinking I could have a different life.
That was blind panic, because I was like, I know what this scene is and I want to do it justice.
But I hid it here, and I can never go back.
The camera was kind of creeping in. It's like this ominous force. It's coming in, it's coming in. Nothing was happening. And I remember at lunchtime that day, I was like, I just need to... I remember lying down on the set. The director let me stay there and they all broke for lunch. And I just remember like listening to the playlist that I made. And I was like... I remember saying in my head, I was like, you've got to get out of the way here. You've got to let your performance anxiety out of the way and serve the thing that you know. And I think we did about 2 takes of the close-up. 2 or 3 takes of the close-up.
Here, I don't think that
The kind of longer take of when he's kind of talking about feeling isolated.
people like me that much.
Yeah, it's tough out there.
Dude, I don't want you to be like in a Western or a big sci-fi blockbuster or a rom-com necessarily.
Yeah.
But like a Step Brothers film sort of thing, or
I want to be able to say yes to that.
like a
for
family
you.
Christmas movie.
A family Christmas movie. I mean, like, I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy for
I've
that.
got you your presents. They all got run over,
Yeah.
and I also ran over my own foot.
Happy Christmas. I'm Ron Burgundy. So maybe we'll start gently. Mm-hmm. Maybe I said recently I'd love to do a rom-com the next 5 years. That's the target. But I think on a serious note, it is like I do feel an obligation at some point. Like I want to surprise myself,
Yes.
and that definitely exists from. Even though films like Strangers and After Sun are in conversation with each other, there are big differences to my mind in terms of what's required internally for those things.
Speaking of lines, though, are there certain lines that people like say to you in the street, and you don't necessarily even recognise them straight away, but you get quotes at you?
Do I get quoted?
Because I imagine normal people fans actually just walk up to you and either just start like sobbing or...
Do you know what I get from normal people fans is their immense upset at the fact that I'm not a religious person, but I think that God made you for me, is a line from the book that doesn't exist in the show.
That's hardcore fan.
That's hardcore fan. But I remember being disappointed that it wasn't in the show as a fan of the book. But
So you feel it as well?
I do feel it.
So you're like, yeah, I agree.
I agree.
A rubbish show. We should never have made it.
What the was that? No, but I think it's one of those that like exists as in like I remember reading that for the first time and being like, if somebody said that to me, I think I'd die. It's the most beautiful thing because it's like perfect. It's not religious, but it's also so kind of, it's such a huge statement, you know?
It's big. It's big stuff.
Yeah. There we go.
We agree. Who's the person that is most likely to make you corpse or crack up or break? Because you've worked alongside Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman.
Like Saoirse Ronan would get me on a number of occasions.
Yeah. It's like all of the above, but like I feel like Olivia Colman in particular, that's a territory in which she is.
If I see her trying to be serious in front of me.
No, we had a scene together on The Lost Daughter.
How old are you?
24.
Oh, right between my daughters.
And when we were rehearsing it, I was in stitches.
I heard you're a professor.
No, I think the correct response is sounds like fun.
What?
It's a rude joke. Will sandwich. Yeah. Yeah.
And then we turn over, and we were cross-covering it, and she just delivers the most... The coverage on me was the first take of me being like... I was just so in awe of her talent, because I think she wears her talent so lightly, and with that comes this... her innate humour that is so intoxicating as well.
She's another level.
She's another level.
She's another level.
Well?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What ice pops have you got?
Is there a scene with her that you're particularly fond of?
The scene when they have the scene at the bar when they're kind of like flirting. Are they not flirting? They're definitely flirting.
Your kids are my age.
Yeah, 25 and 23. Bianca and Martha.
And do they look like you?
I don't know. It's hard to say, if I'm honest. They probably do.
Because you're beautiful.
Yeah, so getting to flirt with Olivia Colman at work is a great day's work.
That is a great day.
Yeah.
You can't beam too much when you leave off the set.
Daisy's a big corpser.
6:50, take 2.
She's a big corpser.
A town famous for its cheese. And its breakdancing.
Sure.
And old ladies.
There's a full gag reel in that show.
Is that right?
But they were mostly during the sex scenes, so they can't be like, they're not consumable for an audience.
Look, it's just a bit tight.
I didn't think it through.
Sorry.
Just people genuinely holding onto their sides, laughing.
Oh,
and go,
fully.
Yeah, we can't.
We can't.
We can't put a jaunty bit of music under this.
Especially when they're like naked.
The Benny Hill theme. No, this is not. This is not appropriate.
Alright, what are you laughing for?
Nothing.
Well, you're acting like you've never been kissed before.
I haven't.
What mementos have you taken home? That's another classic question. Do you have a chain collection or short shorts?
Short shorts? No, I took a pair of Connell's shorts and lost them.
Good move.
Good move. I gave Daisy the Connell's chain as a wrap gift. I normally take pieces of costume. Like I have Harry's pink shirt that he wears like briefly in one of the scenes when they take mushrooms. I have that. I have some of Junior's trousers. Yeah.
And I like it because no one will necessarily recognise it.
Yeah.
But imagine if a diehard fan went,
Diehard fan. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
I know those trousers.
Yeah, exactly. That's the desired effect. Then you know you're true fans if they're like, you wore that in scene 5 and act 2. Yeah.
I just want a quintuple take because it's the rule of 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Off a stranger.
Very good.
In the airport. Thank you so much for everything in this film. You're going to make
you.
a lot more people cry in your career, and I salute you for it.
Thank you.
I want to promise you that is a properly sealed gummy pop.
It is. If it hadn't been, it would have been empty by the time this interview was complete.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to keep up to date. You can listen to my Radio 1 movies and TV podcast Screen Time on BBC Sounds. And you can find these interviews in full on BBC iPlayer by searching Movies with Ali Plumb.